The dream is real. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns, reporting live from Loveland. I wish we were still at the Uncle Nearest Green Distillery because we had a time this weekend. Big shout out to my brother Keith Weaver, the entire nation, Fawn Weaver, Victoria, Edie, Butler, Burns. I love you so much. And I just want to tell you a little testimony. She hugged me and kissed me on my mouth this weekend, and I just felt all the ancestry in the spirit of Uncle Nearest. All right, let me just get that to you in your face. All right, without further ado, we gonna start off episode 25, gender roles. Ladies and gentlemen, gender roles. This is gonna be a powerful conversation today. So I put together some spiritual advisors, people that are actually in relationships in real life and have loved on their people for a long, long time. Could you do me a favor and start putting your hands together for the illustrious panel of superstars? First, I'd like to highlight the beautiful Kendra Coco Burns on the motherfucking mic. What's happening, baby?
Not much. How are you?
Yeah, the dream is motherfucking real. Ladies and gentlemen, I want the applause to keep going for my brother from another mother, Michael Angelo, host of the After Show.
Yeah, on the St. Glorious too.
Yeah, with your beautiful wife. You know what I'm saying? I know you got some information for the nation today. And last but not least, my light-skinned sister from another mister. Put your hands together for the beautiful Shelly B from DC. Shelly, what's happening?
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, she was just giving me the middle finger because she's not playing no games with me today. I don't know what I did. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was inspired last week because I saw a lot of energy around gender role. And that is a conversation we often have here with the nation. And it's because we have a lot of strong individuals, male, female, bi-male, female. Is it bi-male? What is it? Binary? What is it? Okay, them, you know what I'm saying? And we just have thoughtful conversations about who running what, okay? And I don't personally think it has anything to do with running anything in a relationship. All right, round of applause for myself. Get out your own way. Start your relationship off right. No, there's no one dominant species in said relationship. But I do think it's about a great partnership. But I do want to talk about gender roles because when I started my relationship 20-something years ago, I think it's almost 26 years we've been together, you know, I look at, there were role thoughts in my mind. There were role thoughts in my mind because I was raised by beautiful black superhero queens. I was taught to take care of a woman in every sense of the word. And it was, it was a passed down thing. I think in my family they tried, although most did not succeed ultimately with the goal in the finish line of it all, of the relationship. But the thought of man takes care of woman, woman takes care of man, and you both have roles, right? So my thought process for roles was that I was to provide whatever the situation called for. If we were going to have kids and you wanted to stay home with the kids, I would provide that. Actually, in my mindset, I would much rather than be home and have some strangers with my children. I mean, that's just how I was going because I was in a business that I saw a lot of fuckery and I didn't want no smoke when we had to come home and bust that gun. Okay, and then, you get into it and you realize, okay, well, we started out, Jessica was working, I wasn't working. All right, little story time for you, motherfucker. Yeah, I was in between figuring it out. I did the party thing in college. I was a single black man out here, doing what I do with my crew, running amok. And then I went to the music business, and I was in the music business. I'm doing all this stuff. Met Jessica. I'm at Motown Records. I'm flying. I'm living in Brooklyn, by the way, y'all. And I'm going back and forth, and she ain't had no winter coat. That's another episode. So I bought her a North Face, and then we doing all this stuff. She lived in Chicago.
Baby, you got a leather jacket, baby. Where's your winter coat?
So long story short, we decide that we gonna make this a thing. You feel me? And I don't know where I was going with the story, but I feel like y'all should know we had like kind of roles set in place. She was working, she was going to work. I had actually, when I met her, was working, but then I wasn't working. Let's move to Atlanta. I'm gonna start figuring it out again. We're gonna do whatever. End up moving to LA. The point is, she started out working. She didn't stay working, right? We started having babies. She wanted to be at home. Mind you, Jessica ain't want no kids at first, by the way. That's a whole nother episode. But anyway, so child, became the best mother and partner. But I want to know what y'all think. We literally go into these relationships with ideas of who's gonna be responsible for what. You can say they are gender roles, but what do y'all feel about the gender roles as we knew it growing up? Because I want people that are younger thinking about getting in relationships to kind of see what we saw or hear what we heard.
Gender roles are cultural and personal, I think now. They absolutely come from the culture of race.
Right.
I think it is different in every race and every household. My gender role, learning what it was extremely different from everybody else. Like whose name is on the deed to the house.
Yeah.
Even with that. And I know personally whose name was, when our house was built, my family home, that was my mother's house.
Wow. And she went around the house saying that? This is my house?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Just want to see if there was any smoke going on. When people start throwing out there, I did and I what I said, it's in my name. And now what?
Now later on towards the divorce that was pending, then that came out. But
okay.
I think it's cultural. I think it's personal now. Now 20 years ago, absolutely not.
Right. Kendra, you were about to say, my love?
No, I absolutely agree with what Shelly said, but it's changed nowadays because nowadays some people have to have two incomes. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your income.
Facts.
It depends on if you have kids or not. So whatever works for your family, that's what you have to do. Some people are entrepreneurs like yourself was at that time.
Right. And
you were in between jobs. And then some people, they have a corporate job. So that's, you know how much you're going to make every week or every 2 weeks,
right,
and so forth. In entrepreneurship, that can go up and down.
Facts.
So whatever works for your family, I think that's what you should do.
Yeah, I'm still in between jobs. I just saved a little and invested well. You know what I'm talking about? The dream is real. Michelangelo, how you feel about that, brother? Because I know we from D.C. Being from D.C., it was like, Chocolate City and black family was prevalent. And we were told that you're going to do this, but we saw a lot of the other. But how was your experience?
Yeah, for me, it was both ways. Like I grew up with my grandparents, right? And
okay.
Both of them work for the government, but that's where it ended. Like when at home, it was a clear distinction of who did what, and it stayed consistent that way.
Yeah.
And I also seen where, whoever my father chose to be with at the time, how they was doing things
at the time. So he was outside. He just had he had that revolving door. Yeah. Like my daddy. Come on.
So,
Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. But when he died, 2620 t-shirt.
Damn. God damn. You had to give it to him first.
Okay, so this is why you on the show. Because you are smart. You are intelligent, Michelangelo. And I love you in real life. Host of the After Show.
Absolutely. Yeah, so now, today, what's going on today, man, I feel sorry for what's happening in the future for these kids, my kids included, because I don't know if they're going to be subject to what's going on or versus what we trying to show them. Because what we trying to show them is it's about being together and doing whatever you need to do for the sake of family. Each other's sanity and family. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but outside they telling them, oh no, do your own thing and worry about yourself. And it's like, well, when you get with somebody, things need to change a little bit in order for the longevity and for the family to grow. Yeah. So I'm kind of scared of how society is building these kids up to be versus how we trying to show them, because it's different.
Yeah, and I mean, look, they got songs about killing your significant other when they do wrong. Okay, it's just things that today, we're going to get into today, but I want to stay back in the air a little bit because, you said something about Big Mama. I think for me, even, my grandmother, the matriarch, told me all things she knew, wishful things for me, things she wanted for our family, you know what I'm saying? And you had that nucleus. I don't even know, like, how this dynamic of your grandparents and involvement, and like, 'cause the disrespect I see first and foremost is, it would have never happened in our day. And I'm sure there was some people that jumped off the ledge, got that switch, got that gun pulled on them. I mean, I'm talking about, depending on who was in your family, you was gonna get some real gangster shit. Cause you go down the country with my Uncle Jordan and them, and you could just pull up and somebody just got shot. for doing something. I'm talking about family member. This is by King's Dominion. My people, I still got some acres down there. Y'all want to buy some land? So I think I got 7. Leo got 7. It's 14 if it's for sale. But my point is, like Uncle Jordan, they was burning the grass. You'd be like, why is he burnt? Like it looks like the whole house about to catch on fire because he don't want to mow the lawn. Just that mentality. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Shoot a motherfucker, shoot your husband in the stomach because he made you mad, like shit like that. But I'm just saying, the things that went on in our day, they wouldn't get away with. These kids today would die. These kids, I mean, not literally, but literally. Like it's just some things, the disrespect. And I think honestly, those roles in the house I think it happens because of those roles in the house not being there. And I say that to say, like, even my mother, being a single mother, right? She had friends that will knock my motherfucking head off. You know what I'm saying? For any type of disrespect. And not that I was not even that type of person, but I remember I lived in my Aunt Simone. Big shout out to my Aunt Simone. Ain't my real auntie, but she hit me in my face like my auntie. I'm telling you, I was walking through the screen door, hit the screen door. I was like, fuck! Why they keep this motherfucking door open? Something. I was like, oh shit! I'm levitating. You know what I mean? But and I'm not saying put your hands on people because I wish that we had more communicative ways to discuss disagreements growing up with our elders. But since we're now the elders, we can understand why. But now we the elders, we can understand why. I know why. I know why you can't talk shit to older motherfuckers. Being a youngin' back in the day, I know why you just can't be on the street saying what you want to say. You get your head knocked off. You gonna get shot in the face, like But how do y'all feel about the dynamics of disrespect? And I think it comes from, not having any roles because the lines are blurred. Because and not that, and I want to specify this, not that women can't be the enforcers like the fathers were, but I think it's a more comfortable role for fathers, and I think it's a more comfortable role because of the dynamic of the maternal gifts that black women bring.
Nurturing.
Yeah, the maternal gifts. It's bigger than nurturing. There's some other understanding. But how do y'all feel about that?
I think the gender role comes with a lot of trauma in a sense,
right.
Especially the era that we grew up in. Our parents were and our grandparents were a part of what we know is the civil rights movement.
Right.
And so even seeing women marching in heels, we were like, girl, you march from Alabama with them little heels on and everything?
Pinky toe fell off.
My pinky toe was hurting watching Eye on the Prize.
That era of pinky toes was a disaster too. We're just going to put that out there. It's okay. But we appreciate you walking in those marches. Thank you.
But the gender roles, everybody's gender role is how they grew up,
right?
What they learned from, Big Mama. I know with my mother's parents, both educated, my grandparents, both educated, entrepreneurs, and people would come to my grandparents' motel lodge in Tennessee and say, oh, well, the housekeeper was so nice. And they would say, baby, that's the owner.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Big Mama own thing around here.
Big Mama, that's Little Dorothy. She's one of the owners. And then I looked at, my grandparents on my father's side, and my grandmother was stay at home. And she was, dinner on the table by a certain time. And my grandfather worked at the shipyard. And so understanding those gender roles, made me who I am today. I know when to be a harder woman or when to be a softer woman. And that's because I've personally learned how to do that. Now, sometimes it done crossed the line a little bit. And I had to act like a full-on niggas out in these streets.
Right, pull that thing out. Feel me?
And if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But what I see now is that this generation, they don't understand gender roles because there's so much trauma inside of their households.
Hold on, let me ask you though. So did it feel comfortable when you had to, like you just said, I'm not saying this, ladies, Shelly said it, when you had to felt like you had to act like a man? Did it feel okay? It
did not.
Okay.
It did not.
You're getting somewhere.
Because I'm the only girl in my family. You know, I have male cousins, I have brothers. And for me to have to step into that role, I didn't feel protected.
Right.
I felt like I had to do it on my own.
Got it.
And as a woman, it was like, I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to be on 10 and watch where I'm moving and doing all that. And yeah, I grew up in the era of the Go-Go's at the Ibex and at the Black Hole and all of that. And we were protected.
Yeah.
You know, just going to work, you're protected by the bus driver or just the people on the street because you live in the neighborhood for how many ever years. That today, it's not the same.
And that's why I want to have this conversation. Because I really feel like the youngins today are uncomfortable with who they think they have to be. They're uncomfortable with who they think they have to be. What we about to say, Mike?
No, I was agreeing for sure. They are. And it's a lot of insecurities now because of of things not being passed down the right way, especially gender roles. Like going back to it, like right now, the hot thing is like Phil was just saying, like, you know, hard and soft life. It's a lot of hard ass women out here that want a soft life.
Hey, listen,
like,
bro. I'm talking about hard, like this ill. Like ill. You know, spell that ill. And I have to say, I was watching the internet. Ooh, we're gonna go on a fast together, y'all. We're gonna pick times of the day. We check in because in the morning we gotta get our thing going. We're gonna wait till like 2:30, 3 o'clock before we look at it again, and then maybe once before then we could have motherfucker off at 7. So we about to have the nation. We about to go on a cleanse. But the point I'm trying to make, and especially if you make money, I know why we gotta do it at least 3 times. That's why I say it 3 times. I'm not talking about no more than 3 times a day. But it was so disgusting the way the girl was reading the dude. And it was not like a woman saying, well, I'm such and such and whoop-de-whoop and it's because of this and this is just what it is. It was, that's the fuck problem with you motherfucker. I was like, baby, hold on. You don't talk like, and I'm not, listen, you can talk however you want to talk. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. You can sound like a man.
I just want to rough neck, legal on the tongue.
All day. And it's cool. You sound like a man. Now don't be mad at me because you're so aggressive. You sound and are acting like a man. But what you will not do is you won't discredit other people for doing the same shit you motherfucking doing. You won't be mad when you don't get the man you want because the nigga scared of your motherfucking ass. All right? He's scared of you. He don't know what's gonna happen because the nigga don't want a real man that wants a relationship with a woman. Don't want no man on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sunday nights. They want a woman. You could turn up, you could cuss us out, you could say all the disrespectful shit you want in the way that you don't push us all the way away. But let me tell you one thing you're not gonna do. You're not gonna act like no man. You're not gonna act like no man. Kendra, I know you got something to say. Coco, talk to me.
I mean, I think that some women have gotten tough like that because they weren't able to depend on a man. So they were only able to depend on themselves. So they had to be a little rough. I grew up in a single mother household. Actually, it was me, my mother, and my grandmother in the household. My grandmother was more like the nurturer. And my mom was a little rough because she had to raise boys and girls.
Yeah, no, I get it. Strength, though.
And so me, as a single teen mom and going into my own household, I'm raising a boy. So the only example I had was to be a little tough, right? Because I didn't want my boy to be weak.
Right.
And so until I got married and was able to relinquish some of those responsibilities, I was rough. I was a little tough.
Yeah.
I fought boys and girls.
Yeah. And you think you tough. I know. Listen, this is one of the things I love about you. This is one of the things I love about you and one of the things I love about Tiffany. You are strong black women. But you see the type of blue, black, light-skinned nigga I am, right? I like to break you down to be the best version of yourself. You know, and I say that with love. And that's why I created this. And Shelly, you all right, we need a whole episode for me and you. But the thing I'm trying to say is like, you are strong. Being rough and tough have nothing to do with strength. You understand what I'm saying? And because you thought you had to be rough and tough for so long, you diluted a lot of the things that just made you the superhero you are. Not diluting the strength that don't exist, but diluting in the strength of how you needed to exist. You know what I'm saying? Like in that moment, raising your child as a teenager, both you and Tiffany, this is where y'all got a lot of similar dynamics. Point being, I see that in these young girls all day long, but it ain't even situational like it was for you, teenage mother. It's music, it's culture, it's the influence that we never had. Honestly, we were, and that's all these youngins be trying to have conversations about. It was tough. No, it's tough. That's why when you say the word tough or rough, I'm looking at these, like these young, when they say it, like you talking about tough. Or you, boy, girl, get on your head. You have no clue what it took to be somebody in our generation. And I'm at that point. I was trying not to be like back in the day. You know, you don't never want to be that motherfucker. You never want to be the nigga. I remember when we, you know, but it's true because you're groveling and crying and bitching about things you have control over. People like myself, Tiffany, Kendra, Shelly B, everybody in the nation, we now just getting control of our lives. We in our 40s. I'm talking about full control. We know who we are. We're gonna get what we came for. The dream's motherfucking real. And we okay. But at the same time, these motherfuckers, it baffles me because when I hear the rap music and hear the disrespect, and then we old enough, like I said, last episode we was elders. We old enough to see the message, you know, when the message in culture changes. We were around with the don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
Then you know what I'm saying? They ain't, you know, to the hypest, most happiest we getting money songs in the world.
Can't nobody hold me down.
But now, they don't even celebrate life. I mean, we went from close to the edge to goddamn Benjamins.
Listen, look at all of the Instagram accounts, and I think we really are going to do a fast of social.
No. We about to have a countdown. Okay. And we're going to get on it. We're going to get on it, get it, and get the fuck off. But please continue.
I mean, I'm the person that says good morning or good night. So,
facts. You are.
Literally.
Beautiful visuals.
But, you know, thank you.
You're so talented.
Why are there so many pages out there that are now selling our femininity?
Because it don't exist.
Our masculinity. Like there are pages out there of quotes. Like these folks are getting 13,000 plus likes a day on a quote of something that I already knew.
That you live.
You're telling me I have to be feminine? I know I got to put some lotion on these rough elbows in the morning.
And light-skinned people do get ashy, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to tell y'all, I seen a commercial. This is how they dumb men down. They had a Bud Light, I think, commercial of the dude getting in the tub to watch the motherfucking game. I said, now listen, it's nothing wrong with drinking to be in the tub watching the game. But you putting this image, now, and it might be the gender role I've accepted. Okay, I'm a man. I might take a bath, but you ain't finna see me in no motherfucking bubbles with no beard watching the game.
No.
Huh?
No.
And it's like, but ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a big Russia-China discussion next episode. So get ready for that. But when I tell you they are dumbing America down, in the mental warfare has begun. When I tell you that status quo now has become to demean all the gender roles we were taught in the good side of the gender roles. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, gender has everything to do with your superpower. Gender has everything to do with your superpower. And gender role is your responsibility as a man or woman to pass down the innate superpowers that you possess. It is not about, I'm supposed to be a housewife with an apron on and this, that, and the third. It ain't about none of that. It never was. It's about accepting the role that you've taken in this relationship. Take this motherfucking role as a man, as a woman, and grow, build, nurture, create, finance. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it bothers me, y'all, because this is bigger than our households. You got to look at how men, what power you got. You gonna have, and please do not let this go over your head. We're the most powerful nation in the world because we've set ourselves up as such. Let's get past all the bullshit. Yes, they're greedy. Yes, systemically we've been, suppressed forever. But do you want to live in China? Do you want to live in Russia? Over the last 40 years specifically, have we not started to take our place in this world as creators, as people who are, hundreds of years as far as creators, but the last 40 years as far as getting to the billionaire status, getting to the money and finance opportunity status. That means you have relationships that people that can get to the money to amplify your dreams. Have we not? And so now, in the most glorious time in the Black history of the United States of America, we might be looking at World War III. When we finally get to the table of opportunity, we gonna get to the brink of war. And that's why the next episode is China and Russia. Y'all see, just yesterday they had someone on the internet about Xi Jinping and goddamn Putin talking about we about to see the most historic whatever last time. What they talking about? They don't care nothing about nothing but, and that's the problem, y'all. The roles have been fucking destroyed. These men are supposed to lead and protect. They become communist dictators, and they don't let women have this, that, and the third. They have no rights. This, that, and the. These are people that have the same, not the same. We got more, but any nuclear, anything explode. No, even if we got missiles to knock the shit out the air, it's still gonna rain nuclear dust, huh? You think pollen on your car this week, huh? You think you got some pollen on your motherfucking car in the South? Wait till that fucking nuclear dust come. So the point I'm trying to make is, I didn't go left to go right. I went left to go left. But I feel that we as men and women, having the education we have, having the knowledge we have, and honestly the motherfucking will, okay? You ain't fucking with no punks. This generation, we the most formidable generation in the world ever. This next generation should be better than us because of the access and technology they have. But the way they think, I am scared.
Yeah.
I am scared. So what are we going to do about it? How are we, TKBS Nation, how are we going to define gender roles? How are we going to put things in perspective? I just learned Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome. At the end of your first year, they automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right. Everything you earned doubled. All the cash back from eating at your favorite soup dumpling restaurant doubled. All the cash back from that trip where you sort of learned to snowboard also doubled. And the best part, you don't have to do anything ridiculous to get it. Nope. Discover does it automatically. Seriously though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
Yo, if you thought the McCrispy was bussin', hold up. Bacon and Ranch have entered the chat. Say hello to the Bacon Ranch McCrispy. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's, limited time only.
What does it mean to be Black and unlimited? It means being exactly who you are. To be unlimited in your potential. To be unlimited in your creativity. To be unlimited in your imagination. And to be unlimited in your vision. Throughout the year, join Walmart in amplifying the voices of Black brands and creators, giving them a stage to spotlight their unlimited brilliance. That's Black and Unlimited. Visit walmart.com/Black and Unlimited to learn more. And you want to know why? Because the dream is real. I want to hear what you think. Let's start with you, Shelly.
We've got to get back into the community. We can't say I'm about the community and about mentoring.
Facts.
and not really doing it. And, I mean, there are churches, there's mosques, there's Girl Scouts, there's everything. Even starting your own program. My church cousin over here knows about the debutante program. That is not just for the elite of the elite. That is for anybody. We've got to get back into really the true meaning of self-care within your family, within
Facts.
education.
Facts.
It's something you've got to get back into the streets.
Yeah.
Not technically in the streets.
No, but hand to hand, touch somebody, talk to a person in their face. Yes, we have technology.
Walk around your neighborhood.
Exactly, we
Learn.
have technology. We can communicate with thousands at the push of a button. But ain't nothing like knowing your neighbors. To Shelly Point, it ain't nothing like going out. I go talk to Larry every chance I can. Larry's an OG. I want his property, by the way. But at the same time, I want to get some information. You know what I'm saying? That I can share with the nation. I've talked about things I talk about with Larry. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you hit it on the head, Shelly. We don't talk no more. We're not definitely talking in person. This weekend, Kendra, how did you feel, Kendra? Like, you've been with me on this journey for 3 years, but you've been with me in some really like pivotal points in my journey success-wise. But like, when you around, you feel like you part of the motherfucking discussion. You feel like you could do the same shit, do you not?
Of course.
So my thing is like, how do you feel about how the lack of communication when you are part of a real community yourself, or the lack of communication in community when you're a part of a real community yourself?
So this is where the issue come up, and I've said this multiple times. Everyone knows I stopped corporate, went back to teaching because I thought that I was going to give back to my community.
Right.
When I was in that situation, what I learned was some of these kids don't want to be told anything.
Facts.
And the parents don't want you saying nothing to their kids. So even when you're right and don't mean any harm to someone's child, the ignorance of the adult take over.
Facts.
And that's the mentality of the kids.
Facts.
And then you start seeing, oh, so that's where you got it from.
Yeah.
Because not that I'm telling you wrong, and not that I'm trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
It's the fact that where you come from, the mentality was broken.
Facts.
So until you search out on your own, I don't see how we can make it better. Because that was my whole thing.
Yeah.
The village, the community, that's where we came from. That's what we had.
Yeah.
If you was acting up around the corner, the Miss Reed gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
And then call your mama at work.
Yeah.
And when mama get home, because she got called at work, and because Miss Reed had to whoop your ass.
Another ass whooping.
Another ass whooping.
Yeah. No, listen, and Mike, I'm coming to you, but I agree, but I think that's why last week I said we're elders. Because although we are not, some of us, hopefully many of us still have our parents, I know I don't have any grandparents left. I'm sure that's going to be the case for a lot of people. And then obviously when our parents go, we are in charge. But why are we waiting for that? Because we learned a lot from them. We love them with all our hearts, and if you don't, I suggest you at least find peace in those relationships. But we know better because of their efforts. We know better because we chose to do better, and that's where I'm challenging us, because I feel, to Kendra's point, that's the problem with some of these motherfucking kids. And I'm a testament. Kendra's a testament. She got a grown kid. Like, these motherfuckers gonna do and try you and everybody else until they know they can't, and then they gonna change again. And it's gonna change for the better if you're there. And it's not gonna be good if you're not there, because they might try some dumb shit again, not having a springboard, not having a motherfucker to talk to about the shit they going through, been through, gonna go through. That's where I feel, Kendra, you 1000% right, because we think, and it was done to us, so I don't blame anybody our age doing it to their kids. It was done to us. You get to be 18, you got to go. Matter of fact, we was ready to go, but we wanted to go with no information. We ain't had no information. Come on, y'all. You think we had a blueprint leaving the house at 18? I'm trying to hold Kenny and Kyle as long as I can just so they can have the information. I'm trying to hold y'all. Whoever called me Uncle Kenny, you can ask any basketball teammate, any niece, they all call me. And I'm here for every phone call. I need them to be equipped. I need them to be informed. And that's how we all should move. You motherfuckers rushing people to be grown is not it. Some people just ain't got it that quick. And they need a little, that's why the fuck they your kids. That's why they your niece, your nephew, your godchildren, because they need your guidance. You've been here longer than them. Y'all out here pushing these babies out into some shit, and it's a different world. I get our world. To Kendra Point, to Shelly Point, to Mike Point. Back in the day, you had guardrails. It was motherfuckers at each turn damn near on accident, because people actually gave a fuck. And either they didn't give a fuck, somebody said something that bust your head, or literally bust your head and got you on the right direction. Today, oh, goddamn, Tony done became a multimillionaire because he's stupid. Because he do stupid shit. Yep. Tony's a fucking idiot, but Tony's a millionaire. And how you gonna tell your kid when they know a millionaire who's fucking stupid not to be stupid? But that's our roles. Those are our gender roles. We have a job to do. Black women, there is no spirit whisperer like you. Not one. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. So if you are not owning your superpower and you out here talking about killing your motherfucking significant other instead of taking control of your relationship, that's the wrong thing to do. I get frustration, and we can have songs about frustration, but you better have 25 more about love and how you want it. Because guess what people gonna do? They keep talking about killing their significant other and somebody gonna motherfucking die. You motherfucking rappers. Y'all motherfuckers out here, I don't even understand how you are making money selling death the way you do. Unbelievable. But guess what? They don't gotta lynch your motherfucking ass no more, because you're gonna lynch your motherfucking self. You gonna take your own, you gonna take the worst of the worst out anyway. They gonna do it for us. They don't give you grace like we give you grace. You know the fuck they is.
This is my problem. And you talk about music, and I swear we're just the same. Because you got these rappers out here that are sice. Oh, you hear that beat.
Sice means excited.
You hear that old school in there. Yeah, y'all know that track. But did you listen to the actual words that came from that track that you borrowed?
Yeah, give me the beat you talking about.
I mean, you got songs. Let's see. Take Big D Energy.
Yeah, bitch, I could be a fantasy. I could tell you got big D energy.
Big dick energy. That my girl. That my girl. I know I'm saying it's my girl. Like, I agree with what she's saying in the song, but that's exactly right. She took fantasy from Mariah Carey that went a little something like this. Walk right in my looking sweet and looking. Yeah, so you got that version, right? And then you got goddamn the version today. And I understand, ladies, you know what I'm saying? Because we know Coco. What you say, Coco? You like what?
Big dick energy.
Okay, yeah. Round of applause for you telling the truth. Let your shit out. Yeah. Or medium dick that know how to move. But I'm saying all that to say. But what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, is like they take, is Shelly right? They just take the stuff, don't know where it came from. First and foremost, then they act like it's just everything got to be sex. Listen, if it ain't guns, we just talked about the gun. It's sex, and you're right. I'm glad you picked big dick energy. You know what I mean? I get it. I ain't know. I walked into the club one day and a young girl said, "You got BDE." I said, "What the fuck is it?" I don't. There's something on my lip. I thought something that grew on my face. What is a BDE? And she said, "You got big dick energy." I said, "Let me go get this mic. I'll be back." But the point I'm trying to make is like everything is over sexualized. And I love Big Lotto too, by the way. She could rap her face off for real. But but it's just what they feel like. I don't see her no more in regular clothes. All I see is cleavage in that. I mean, if you cut on the TV, and I ain't gonna lie, seeing, what's my girl, Young Miami, she give me, she reminded me of my first strip club experience. Okay, her name was Strawberry, and she just had this way about it, you know what I'm saying? It was very commanding, and she put that shit on. Like, I'm with you, Young Miami, I'm a fan. And you was at
Macumbo's?
No, well, Macumbo, baby. I ain't get the real strip club experience. Actually, I got a Macumbo story about it. This shit slapped the titties together, and milk came out, so I never went back. But my first real live strip club experience was goddamn Club Nicky's. And it was either between Nicky's or Gentleman's Club in Atlanta before. I'm talking about Magic City was part of the rotation, but that was, and it was a stripper named Strawberry. If y'all know Strawberry, tell her I said hello. The Victoria's Secret strawberry lotion, it changed. Yeah. You remember that? Ooh, it was sex.
No, I remember the story.
Okay, great. There we go. Shoot me in the finger toe. So, moral of the story is it's too much fucking sex. We can't even have no fantasy out here and think about some shit in our minds because it's on songs. There's no mystique about nothing no more. Ladies, I was in me and Tiffany, where was we? We was in the goddamn train at Hartsfield, and the girl standing in front of me, and I seen she had the stereotype body type, the new body type. It was put together for show, but I said, I'm wondering if it's hers. I'm gonna wait till she walk out so I can look at her ass. I told my wife what I was gonna do. Everything was accepted and approved. She walked out. I said, baby, is that her ass? She said, hell no. I said, you right, it look like everybody's ass. So the point I'm trying to make, ain't no originality in nothing. All you going on is the shit they are using you for to sell. Huh? And we know sex is one. We know violence is the other. What else we offer as a culture? Hello? Feel free. What else we offer? Now we know we offer more. That's a loaded question. But what do we see all the time, every time?
Sex and violence.
But what are we doing about it? I'm telling corruption. I'm telling my kids, y'all, you can't do that. And I'm not fucking stopping. I don't give a fuck if they 59. Yeah. And I'm on a fucking 59. I might have a cane. But whatever the point.
Don't put that on you. Don't put that on you.
I'm just going to be around talking my shit is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to be a parent. I'm still going to be a parent.
Yeah.
Till I can't breathe.
You got to be the blueprint. You got to be the blueprint, man. And that's what it is now with these gender roles. Like for me, I'm making sure that I'm the blueprint. They're going to see me do certain things because still as a man, you have to do certain things. I'm all inclusive when it comes to making sure the family wins as far as the mother and father is concerned. But there's certain things that I got to kill the bugs. I got to get out there and change that spare tire.
Wait, did you just say kill the bugs?
My wife pump gas.
Did you just say kill the bugs?
Kill the bugs, man. I'm the bug killer, man.
Okay.
So I can't let my wife pump gas. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, and my boys got to see that. My daughter has to see that to set her expectations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like certain things you got to do. And as men, you got to create. That's giving you yourself value.
Yeah.
When you're a man, you feel like you got to build some shit. You got to create some shit. That's going to give you self-worth. And then as far as women are concerned, they got to feel like, okay, I create things.
Yeah.
That's what women do. A man can't create a damn human.
Hello?
He can help, but he can't create that human. Women can. That's what women's dynamic.
Yeah,
so out of that, as far as I'm concerned, for me, because I'm motivated by getting the good. So I need to do whatever I need to do, make sure I get the good. So I make sure I can't ask my wife to, put her knees behind her ears and cooking and cooking all day. I gotta share that.
Put her.
I have to share it. That way she's not tired, and I'm able to do what I need to do.
Look at Kendra. Kendra's horny as a motherfucker. All right, Kendra. Sex.
Nah, but it's real though.
No,
it's
facts.
like, you got to take some of the work and the.
He ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? Off of the other person so that y'all can live.
No, listen. And the one thing, you quitters need to realize. I'm talking about the people that quit, not the people that got to go. Sometimes you got to go. Okay, sometimes you got to get the fuck on. Your sanity and your happiness is tied to getting on, and I'm with you. But to you quitters out there, why'd you get into it from the get-go? You know what I mean? And I'm talking to the quitters. Now, nobody out there, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not talking to the people that got to go, because some people grow apart. You grow apart, and it's part of life. But to you quitters.
So how do you determine the difference?
Well, I think the difference is you can't fix it. But I don't understand. I don't think people appreciate the value of fixing it or even try.
Or trying it.
Because it's easy. It's so easy to leave. It's very easy to leave. And
is it though?
Yeah, because easy meaning like it's a function. You know what I mean? If you're getting to the point where you hate somebody, it's easy to leave. When you're frustrated at everything they say and do, it's easy to leave. If you're not leaving, it's because you're tied to it in some way where you're uncomfortable without them, meaning majority of the time finances. But other than that, like, it's not hard. If you got your own money, you get the fuck on. It wouldn't be 2 seconds of a thought. If you didn't like a motherfucker, bye-bye. I see you later. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think if you want to fix something, and then I want to say this again, I was going to say before Kendra asked me that question. you're not getting any younger, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And there's people in this world, if you're in a relationship and have been in one a long time, that know you better than anybody, have seen you at every point of your growth, every part of your growth. And yeah, it might be exciting because you're doing something new. It might be exciting because you differently moving and you got different relationships and you think life is different. It's not going to be different. Not going to be different at all. You might have more money, more relationships, but you are who you are. And that person, they knows that. They knew the person that became this person. They knew the person that, you've always wanted to be because they saw you first. Before anybody else saw you, they saw you. So I just want people to try a little harder, because the one thing I'm learning, and the more this nation grows and these authentic, relationships blossom, even outside of my personal connection, seeing other people and how they're connecting and the fruit that is coming from that. That's why I posted what I posted yesterday. I was in my feelings when I woke up. I was just like, damn. We all out at the distillery. I'm about to walk everybody over to the family tasting room. And I'm like, I'm brick one. And because of my brick, somebody in this group gonna have a motherfucking brick to build their own version of their success and their legacy. They gonna have new relationships and things they never would have had without this community. Y'all ain't leaving me. I'm not leaving y'all. Because we understand the value of building. And that's the point of the conversation. The point of the conversation is that what you can't get through. Motherfucker not dead and gone. What you can't get through. What can't you fix? Now, if you really don't like a motherfucker, you gotta get the fuck on. I'm not talking about, you know what I mean? Actually, like, if you actually like somebody and you care about them, you want them to be good, well, you might want to reconsider your thought process, because that's what I had to change. My thought process. Don't let that go over your heads. All right, as we wrap up episode 25, Gender Roles, I want to send it around the table and ask you, what is your wish for this generation? And I'll start with you, Coco.
My wish for this generation is that they'll start listening to the OGs, the elders, and listen from their heart. Because we're not going to tell you something that'll do you harm. We're telling you from experience, and you have to listen. Have to. I really, really want that. And I also want our community to stop falling for the okie doke, because this was their whole plan to break us as a community. Facts. And so far, from the looks of it, they're being very successful. Yes. And Michelangelo, I mean, you're a father, talking to your daughter, you know what I mean, specifically. What would you tell her?
Tell her, don't get anybody that don't do what I wouldn't do for you. Exactly. And that's at any level, and that's at any age. I don't care what it is. You see what I do for you, get that or more. Yeah. From that next person. Yeah.
Amen. And Shelly B, you're a strong black woman. You come from great stock. How valuable has that stock been, and what would you encourage young Shelly B to do today in this world?
Learn to love yourself regardless of what they say. Right. Understand your culture regardless of what they do.
Shitting me. I'm full in my spirit. I don't know about you mother suckers, you know what I'm saying? But you better get you some friends like the nation, huh? I am thankful, man. Like, and I would tell, and I'm gonna give one to the young men and the young women, but I would tell the young women, as far as gender roles are concerned, embrace your superpower. If that happens to be because you're a woman, that makes you more special. It makes you more special. You can do something a man cannot, and that's enough. For the men, I just want you to understand real leadership. Real leadership is by example, not about talking in this braggadocious culture that we, our generation included, have, bestowed upon you. It's not about the things. It's about the thing. You. what's inside of you and what you can do with that superpower and how you can lead and provide for your family and your legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget about our legacies. Today we are here for a short time, but this family of ours, these friendships, your actual last name and your seeds will go on in life and spread messages that you are a part of or that you might even have created. And you have to own that, y'all. We can't just sit here and act like this wasn't passed down to us, like there weren't things done so we can exist in the way that we do. So I encourage you, I challenge you to be uncomfortable and rise above the fray, because we got a lot of noise. We have a lot of noise in the way, and I'm here for you, and this is why we're having these TKBS Nation conversations. And this is the Kenny Burns Show, and when we leave you, we like to tell you something that you can take on your journey. We want you to tattoo it on your face. We want you to tattoo it on your back, your arm, your nipples. We want you to just be happy and know that these 4 words, yes, Kendra, don't look at me like that. I eat your face. Ask Sugar. She got her ear bit off this weekend. But you can take these 4 words and you go into life and be a better human. And we're going to say it on the count of 3. I'm going to say just so y'all can get on your timing, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3. The dream is real. You know, and Kendra, you take this, Kendra, okay? Because you did it. You slowed down on purpose. And I love you. I love y'all. Peace.
Do what I want.
Touch yourself.
You know you're going to do what you want.
The dream is real.